Okay.
Same label. And then 7th Streeter and Gunner were like, I'm like Gunner. Gunner was because you know my people's call me like to it. I'm like she. And me and Fetty linked up in the stew. You know we from Jersey, so shout out to Fetty. And yeah.
Hey, girl. So then, like, this is crazy then that you get to work with all these heavy hitters in music, right?
It feels good. I only been signed for like less than a year and a half, and you know, let's say I just been on every freaking festival stage that's out there, um, off straight mixtapes. Feel me? It's all straight mixtapes, and it just feels good. It's happening so fast, but it feels good.
Killing the vibe. So let's talk about these collabs real quick because you dropped the picture today, right? That got everybody over here saying this and saying that. So for number one, let's talk about that's Gunna in the picture, right? Of course.
Right.
And then for 2, when is the video dropping?
This Thursday. 2 more days.
This Thursday.
Also, she giving out dates and stuff so we can be ready. Okay? Thursday, guys. Thursday is happening. Now, look, the way that women are killing the game, I know you're seeing women killing the game, but everybody has this critique and criticism about where, you know, females in hip hop are going. So I just want you to finish a sentence. Women in hip hop today are
shitting on everybody. Shitting on everybody. You shimmy. We killing it. Like
y'all killing it though.
I
can't even lie. Like I wouldn't even expect the females to be dominating the game 5 years ago. Because of course we had like one rapper doing it, but now I love seeing like all these females doing it, and then y'all collabing with each other. Like it's beautiful.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe. The best part about women in the industry and in music period is that like the confidence. It's the confidence for me. Everybody really holding that shit. Like they really owning everything they do, and they don't give a fuck what nobody has to say because everybody gonna talk shit. But like we don't give a fuck, and I love that shit. Like what? Because you know niggas getting their feelings. I don't get their feelings. Yeah, you like fuck. You know y'all.
I'm like okay.
Oh yeah.
Hey, but look, let's talk about getting in feelings. Not only in feelings, let's talk about getting in your bag. 2019, you said that you signed the highest deal that any signee has had. Don't look back. Don't look back. So I want to talk about what made you want to sign to a record label, though, because, you know, a lot of artists nowadays just want to go the independent route. So what made you actually just want to sign with Republic?
Okay, so I'm going to tell you. I met with every single label out there. So shout out to all the labels. Y'all all dope or whatever and fly, whatever.
Okay.
But when I met with all the labels, it was so crazy because it's like 12 of these motherfuckers. I think. So it's like about 12. So we going in each label, whatever, and this person used to work at this nigga used to work at this, he used to work there. So when I met Monty and Avery, they're the only 2 CEOs that's been in their chair since they started the company. So to me, I'm just like, all right, not only did they offer the bigger bag, but they loyal, like they really here for the culture and for the music, and they just really know what they're doing. So I'm like, I want them. I like that. It's all in the family over here. I'm going over here.
That was a good mindset. I know you can't talk about a number, but what was that bag talking?
Ring, 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 ring. That's what I'm saying. Like, people be like, yo, listen. People be like, oh, such and such made you and this, that, and third. Like, that's why, though, that particular shit right there don't affect me because I was signed before me and such. You know what I'm saying? So,
okay.
I had people, obviously, that believed in me before I met anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's in the limelight. So, to me, that shit just don't faze me because, bitch, like, come on, like, I did something that nobody could say that was ever done before. Like, it's crazy.
Congrats on that.
I know, congrats to you, Coi. But, you know, another congratulations is that, you know, I just found this out, okay? And that's how you know you're doing everything on your own, okay? You know, your father is Benzino, which a lot of people, I'm saying, girl, you're doing this on your own. Nobody even know where you came from, your lineage, your pedigree. People are just like tapped into just you, which is amazing.
That's good.
But I just want to know, what advice, because he's been in so many different parts of the entertainment industry and just the industry period, has he given you to, you know, tackle this industry and really come in, you know, strong?
So as my dad, right, I'm the only girl. I was raised by boys. So I'm his only girl. I'm his only daughter. So he was always a little hard on me. So me and my dad or whatever, like, one thing in the beginning, he didn't really agree with a lot of the shit that I had, you know, even just my lyrics, things I would wear, how I would pose. You know, I'm his daughter. But at the same time, you know, I was like, all right, fuck you. Like, no, I love my dad. But I was like, fuck you, dad. Like, I'm going to just get this shit regardless. I'm not going to have nobody stop me. So now he's my number one supporter. Because he see I do this shit by myself. And what I was able to get from him was just, like, the ability to just hustle. Like, one thing about my dad, he's a fucking hustler. And he ain't gonna stop. Like, he ain't gonna stop. But one thing I do want to say is, like, he is somebody and I'm somebody, so like make sure y'all let everybody know over there, like,
exactly,
two different motherfucking people. And I'm not Benzino's daughter, bitch. He's motherfucking Coi Leray's dad.
Ow! Just like that. Okay, out the mud, Coi Leray.
Stop playing with me.
Drop a whole nother bag. So the question is, would you ever be a part of Love and Hip Hop?
Hell no. They're gonna have to pay me 100 raps per show.
I'm not mad at that. But I can only imagine though, like, even though y'all separate at that time, when your dad was on there, like, you was in high school at the time, so I know your life still had to be lit because you was still about to be introduced to the whole rap game, like, as an artist.
Even when my dad was on Love and Hip Hop, like, a lot of people didn't know. I wasn't on social media. I just activated my Instagram October 2017.
Oh, so you just became like,
yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I had an Instagram back in the days or whatever, but that was just like high school shit. And I don't know. After seeing what my dad went through on Love and Hip Hop, I was a saleswoman. I was living on my own, so I was 16. So just seeing through that shit, I was just like, I don't want to be famous. Like, that shit messy. But that's a whole different type of motherfucking, and like, that's reality TV, and that's a whole different world. But you know,
that's definitely a whole different lane, though. A whole different lane.
If you want Coi on there, send her the bag, okay?
I need that
not
bag.
The bag.
Drop the bag. Nah, I mean, I know that you were making a bag because I think you dropped out of school in the 10th grade, right?
Right.
Because you was like being a saleswoman. Have you ever thought about like going back, getting your GED, especially like right now we got all these like Zoom classes going on?
Yeah, so I give a fuck about school, but I do want to go back and get my G just so I could say I have it. But really more so, I never signed a publishing deal, so I'm just waiting for the time is right. And while I wait, I'm trying to like build my vocabulary.
Okay. So
getting me a tutor and, you know, watching documentaries, reading books, and doing all that shit to educate myself so I could write the best fucking songs. Cause, feel me, like you heard now and never, like.
That's definitely gonna boost you up right there.
That's awesome. And another thing that you've been trying to educate people on is the entire Black Lives Matter movement. You've really been using your platform for good. Tell me why it's been so important for you to use your platform to express your voice and how important this is for you.
You know, that's a great question, because what I'll be thinking about is, like, everybody's so affected by this COVID and this pandemic shit, whatever. But if you really look at it, like, I believe in God and shit like that. So I just feel like everything happened for a reason. And this really sat everybody down to really put the light on what's really happening in the world. And